Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. You've waited for this one, and the wait will be worth it. That's what I'm saying. Nailing my colours to the mast. Gesturing into the stands as I raise my bat triumphantly, only to face the demon speed bowler that is Andrew Roper, rocketing down like a Dennis Lilly, his shirt untucked. Yeah. Chains flailing around his neck as he comes roaring in from the members' end.
Hello, here I come.
Bang! I'm quaking in my boots. Oh, it's a googly. And I've belted that away. My favourite shot, having been watching a bit of Big Bash.
Yeah.
I'm not a cricketer. I'm not a cricketer's armpit. But I do like I skip to one side and half turn my body and scoop it up over the back of the
Yeah.
wicket. Hey, that's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. That's
Yeah.
that's an
showing,
irritating six. That's
yes.
what I call that.
Yes. That's showing nothing but contempt for the bowler.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. I mean, I'm not. I think we've talked about this. I never played cricket at all as a swimmer. So during the cricket season, I was underwater swimming, up and down, swimming endlessly, swimming.
No, I can't. I can't. I told you, my cousin, who doesn't listen, so
Tony?
hey, Mark. No, other cousin. No, cousin Tony listens, but this is cousin Mark. They were. I think it was one Christmas. He got like a Gray Nichols bat. And if you're a cricket person, that's a good bat. And he had a stumps and a new ball and everything. This was Christmas. And, and he's like, come on, we'll go and have a play with the new bat. Hey! And we went out and we found a field and we put the stumps in. And he said, you can bat first. And I went, sure. And I sat there and he went and took that big Dennis Lilly run up. And the further back he went, the more uncomfortable I got. I'm thinking,
What sort of ball are we using? I asked.
Real ball.
Oh.
No? Real ball.
Yep.
And I went, okay, let's see how we go.
Don't have my helmet. Don't have my pads.
No pads.
Critically, no cricket box.
Oh, nothing. Me standing there going, what? This should be okay. And then he came charging in and just released this thunderbolt. And I can't remember. I think I just closed my eyes and jumped away. And then the middle stump just went cartwheel. And that was the end of that. I said, oh, all right, well, I'm not playing anymore if you're going to be like that. And I just threw the bat down and walked off. And he was like, he was that disappointed. He wanted to play with his new...
Well, my beloved, her dad, I think, felt that he wanted a boy. And I don't want to gender all these sports, but back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we gave her a complete cricket set and soaked the bat in linseed oil sitting up in the toilet and stinking the place out. And then would... bowl to her using proper cricket balls because she's got to, it's not the same. Tennis ball, no good. So she's got to learn, bang, and she's cracking them over, just smashing windows everywhere in Preston because there's small backyards and they're not suitable for smacking. Anyway, so it's quite good because she quite likes having the cricket on. She quite likes.
So what you're saying is your beloved is more aggressive and capable at cricket than either of us.
Oh, yeah.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And has a nasty mean streak. We were once playing beach cricket.
And has a nasty mean streak.
with another family, and they had a terribly whingy child.
Yeah.
And the whingy child was slowed getting back into its crease, and my beloved hit the stump side on from miles away. Just bang! You're out! I don't want to be out, Dad. You're out! Yeah, and I went, oof, okay. I mean, it was a good throw. Took the stump out, side on.
I do like a Christmas Day cricket game. I do. I'm always the one who jumps the fence to go get the ball. That's my best. Like, what do you bet at? Bowling, batting, fielding? No, going to the fence to get the ball. That's where I shine.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
No, I don't think there's a position on the field that would suit me. We've talked about this. I don't mind watching it, and I appreciate when someone tonks something or someone hits the stumps with the ball. That's good. But I can do none of it. So I don't think, is that important?
No, I don't think so.
You don't have to be able to do stuff to enjoy it, do you?
Yeah, don't have to be able to do stuff to get through life. That's my motto. No one said anywhere in the fine print that you have to be able to do stuff.
Well, that neatly brings me to one Hugh Jackman. Because I'm getting... As usual, people try to troll you by sending me stuff.
The
stuff I get sent. And it's all about Hugh Jackman, who's getting jerked. He's terribly vascular. He's just enormous.
He is terribly vascular, yes. He's quite...
For those of you who have come in late, you might be early
adopters, and
well, late adopters technically.
Yeah,
it's episode 187. Where have you been? But Andrew Roper, that man over there, he is attempting to lift a weight that allegedly Hugh Jackman could lift.
Yeah.
I've even forgotten. I think it was a deadlift, maybe. I
Yes.
can't even
all right,
remember.
okay. All right. It's okay. So take a
so
pull.
long.
Yeah, pull up a knee. Pull up a knee, listeners.
No,
For those of you that need a quick rehash of the Jackman, it's Hugh Jackman and I, very similar, like about the same height. We're very. It's like looking in a mirror. Because I met Hugh Jackman and I went, gee. You ever meet a doppelganger in life and you go, wow, this is hey,
all right.
you know. So I come across Hugh Jackman. Oh, yeah, okay, good. And as you know, since that fateful day where we met, our careers have gone on different trajectories. All right.
Yes.
And as we both know,
to the stratosphere.
like I'm pretty sure Hugh Jackman wakes up in the middle of the night sweating and going, "Oh, I wish I had a podcast that was listened to by dozens of people in 11 countries." Like that's, I'm sure. But I, on the other hand, have noticed that Hugh Jackman's had a bit of a career and done some things.
Yes, all right, well done.
Mm-hmm. And so I decided that he can have all that. He can have the movie star, he can have the sing and dance, he can have everyone loves him, the win awards, the Wolverine, all that, right? Mm. But the one thing he's not going to have, he's not going to beat me in the gym. Because I want one area where I can hold my head high against Hugh Jackman.
I wish you picked anything. Like, I would back you... No, actually, I wouldn't. I was going to say tap dance or something. But no, he'll kill you at that.
He's way better at that.
Yeah, he's sensational. What else? And of all the things to pick, I just think lifting heavy stuff isn't your
I didn't think...
milieu.
He used to be quite small. I thought that'd be something that I'd have a chance, you know? Because normally he's not tremendously huge. Anyway,
he has been every time he's Wolverine.
Every time he's Wolverine, he has. Even when, in fact, if you go back to the first X-Men movie, which he hadn't trained much for, he's still quite impressive there, to be fair. He's still... Anyway, so he did... He put up, a few years ago, he put up a video of him deadlifting 405 pounds, which, if you go into the gym, you know, it's like the bar, and it's like 4 20-kilo plates either side. It's big. Mm-hmm. And so I set out... I declare that amount of weight is now known as the Jackman. And I set out to beat that weight, and that's my goal, to lift the Jackman. And I announced it. I put the flag in the dirt back in episode 1 or 2, I think. Or 3, I don't know. And we're now at episode, what are we at?
Yeah, it was 185 weeks ago.
Okay, 185 weeks ago, I set out on this quest.
How's it going? Are we any nearer?
Oh, look, if anything, we've gone backwards, to be fair. But look, yeah, I'm now up to, what's his? That's 80 kilos either side, and I got to about 42 the other day. So halfway. All right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that occurred to me, and I hadn't looked at it through this lens until, and I need your input on this because, so I was talking to someone the other day, right? I was talking to a friend of mine who is not a listener of the podcast, which is probably why she's still a friend of mine. It's probably, it's how I've maintained the relationship. And she was talking about, stuff, and Hugh Jackman came up. I said, "Oh, the Jackman." And she paused, and she didn't, as most people do when I say the Jackman, their eyes light up and they go, how's it going with the Jackman? She said nothing. And I went, "Oh, don't you know of the Jackman?" And then I recited the story that I just told you, And then she looked at me and she went, "Oh, that's funny. That's funny." So what do you mean? She said, that's I'm going to listen to this podcast. That's funny because Hugh Jackman, he's jacked. He's have you seen him? The shoulders and that, yes, and the arms and and you, so is this you against Hugh Jackman? I went, yeah. So you're trying to compete with, just you. And her voice was, her eyes glazed over a bit, She got a bit sort of misty. Yeah. She went, because Hugh was so, and you're just, you're you. Just not. And that is funny. She said, that's good comedy. I didn't think you were funny. Now, that's hysterical. The whole concept that you'd be anywhere near that's, I'm tuning into this podcast. And for a moment there, I thought, wait a minute. I thought, hang on, that wasn't what I was aiming for, really. No. And then I thought, what about the listeners, as you're saying, who send you pictures of Hugh Jackman? And you who constantly inquires about how I'm going on the Jackman.
Well, only because other people keep asking me and I have to ask for them.
That's right. Well, what I'm saying is I had a flash in that moment and I thought maybe they're being ironic. Maybe they don't they don't actually expect me to do it.
No one expects you to do it.
Oh, come on. I thought, because all this time I thought this is interest I've generated and it's like an ongoing thing.
No.
And the listeners
No
are all
one
on
expects it
board.
to happen.
And they're like, come on, you're going to do it. And now I'm starting to think that maybe people think it's a bit of a joke.
Everyone thinks it's a joke. No one thinks you can do it.
Come. Like that's. I thought it was like the speed. To beat this guy, you need speed. You haven't got. I thought everyone was on board. Yes.
No one's on board.
I thought you were all secretly on board with me.
No, we're all on board. This is a nightmare. He's amusing himself. We're just waiting for you to stack too many plates on the weight bar and something to go twang as you. That's come out a pre-existing orifice.
Yeah.
Help. Put that back in.
Well, look, I've changed my whole attitude now. This is because now I realise you're all laughing at me.
Yeah.
All this time I thought it was.
No,
a bit
you
fun.
thought it was a support team. You thought
That's
we were
right.
Hype?
I thought,
You thought we were
yeah.
hype men. You thought we believed.
I thought it was
No.
just a bit of ironic banter.
No,
you know? We're
not
with you.
ironic. No,
We're with
we
you.
genuinely believed you were going to injure yourself, and we were looking forward to it.
Oh,
I think I
all
speak
right.
for everyone.
Okay, well, I'm hurt now. I have
But
to
you're
say.
not. You're not
And-
hurt.
but
You're
I think-
still in your unitards training.
But that's, I think, what upset me the most was how excited she got about the concept of Hugh Jackman and just like, oh, he's good.
Well, people like him. Yeah.
They do. And that's the other thing. On top of that, people like him. On top of it all. No one likes me. I like Hugh Jackman. And
that's
he can
the
lift
other
more than
thing.
you. Yeah, he's better than you at things, and we like him. So even if I did manage to lift, which I will, but even if I did, I don't think people are going to like me more. I don't think people are going to turn around and go, oh, okay.
I get sent. No, they won't. I get sent so much stuff related to you, stuff that disturbs me. Billy B sent me. He sent me. Hey, Richard, does Andrew know about this? Like, why ask me? Why not just directly send it to you? He even put your Twitter address in the question, so you are getting it.
Yeah, I'm just not reading it. You got to go to Andrew Oprah official. I'm not going to Twitter.
Anyway,
Elon Musk. I'm against Elon Musk. That's my excuse.
Okay, whatever. It's all about Burt Ward, who of course plays Robin in Batman and Robin, the original and best. Him having famously tight-fitting trousers, and the lower regions too revealing and blah. And Billy B's gone, does Andrew know about this? And I feel like going back, mate, it has not come up in conversation. You'll be surprised. We don't sit there over coffee stirring my cup of chino and casually go, what's the deal with the original Robin's tackle and his satin pants? Anyway, that doesn't come up. Anyway,
had to be strapped down quite considerably.
All right, don't go on about it.
Well, I can tell you if you want.
I don't know.
Billy, I'm right onto it.
All right. Well, you and Billy have a chat.
All right. Yeah.
And ideally, where no one can hear you. That's
all right. Not loudly, but yeah, no. Burt Ward, very interesting. He sells dog food. They make dog food. I don't know why. That's a good thing. And apparently Burt Ward and Adam West, they put it about quite a bit during that show.
Don't ruin everything for me.
And Burt with the bulge was
Stop it.
Oh, all right.
Stop now.
Same bat time. Same anyway.
Bat station. I've been going through a struggle. I'm on the horns of a dilemma. I've got a new favourite takeaway food place. It's this Thai place. Mary at the supermarket who works there, she said, have you got onto this joint? Get in early because it's jammed. It's had like 1,700 reviews and it's got 5 stars.
Oh, I've never
Young people everywhere are just a dog at that. They check things out. You don't.
No, I don't care. I just go. I like the look of the sign. If it's a good sign, I go. Okay.
Anyway, it's some bloke who used to work at a really good restaurant has now opened up this little one.
Oh, they're the best. Those ones.
I know.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They've left. Start their own.
And it's great. Anyway, you'd like it too because there's some stuff that isn't dead.
Oh yeah, Thai food. Oh yeah, they love not dead stuff. Anyway, go on. There's a whole section on the menu. Stuff that's not dead. Stuff that did used to have eyes.
Not dead stuff, I think is the way they pronounce it.
That's the Thai word for it.
Yeah. So here's the thing with your Thais, though. So I'm going in there a fair bit, picking up the takeaway. They've got to know me. And I'm working very hard because it's a confluence of events. The restaurant's not that big. So I walk in and already I'm kind of Stumbo. I'm a giant in a small land. I feel too big. The tables are close. I've got to move through the whole joint, and I'm looking around. The crowd are predominantly boomer date night, and so I'm like, well, these people know what they're doing. And and I'm not dressed for date night. I'm dressed for pick up food. So I've got to walk in between them. Yeah. So that's a bad start. And then I feel too big for the space. You know, like, oh, geez. And all these Thai girls who work there, teeny tiny.
Yes.
They're teeny tiny. So I've got to be careful, right? because...
So is it, just before you go on, is it are you painting a picture that it's quite a nice place?
Yes.
And you just rocked in the thongs.
That's
and the old short. Okay.
And I've got my, Star Wars
and
T-shirt on.
Yeah. And the girls, the waitresses are all in the nice outfits.
Yeah, they're nice. They're lovely. And they're smiling at me. And that's the key.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware, but the Thai folk place enormous emphasis on the smile. And this is the natural enemy of someone like me who has resting bitch face. Yeah. My natural expression isn't the smile. I mean, I'm happy. I feel good. There's nothing wrong. I was happy when we were all wearing masks. Honestly, people treated me better because they couldn't see my face and they assumed I was smiling because of my laughing, twinkling eyes. And I put a lot of work into the eyes. But no, you Thai smile. And I never was this more... See, you got to remember with Thais, their national sport, the thing they all do, and they're really good at, is kicking the living crap out of people. Yeah. They call it by a different name, but it's basically that. I mean, there's a reason why the North Vietnamese dominoes that all fell, Vietnam, then Laos, Cambodia, and bang, they stop at the Thai border. Why? I think it's because a couple of guys in pajamas came out of the jungle, and the Thai guard who was on the border put his cigarette out and just went whack and just thigh kicked the first one. And he crawled back and went, no, this will do. This will do us here. This is good here.
There is, if you're ever in the mood, there are some great videos of...
Ong Bak.
Oh, yeah, Ong Bak. Forget it. If you're in the mood, watch that movie.
Yeah,
but there's videos of, like, American kickboxer karate champions go to... This is way back in the 80s. Go to Thailand to try it out, and they they absolutely crap kicked out.
Because, at age... It's not good for you. At age 14, they've probably had 1,000 professional fights. That's just...
It's terrible.
Wrecking machine. Anyway, here's the thing. So you got to understand that about the Thais. Lovely, can go. And put big emphasis on you smiling. That's the way they know that everything's okay.
Okay.
So it was an awkward time, and I remember it well, when my son was doing Muay Thai, and I said, I'll come and have a bit of a muck around with you, boy. So we went in on the day, and there's a Thai instructor, and he was taking me around, and of course I'm focusing. So what happens when I'm focusing?
Oh, well, you're not smiling when you're focusing, are you?
I'm not smiling when I'm focusing.
No.
And I'm focusing, throwing kicks and punches at him, and he's going, Papa, why so serious?
Yeah.
And then sweeping my legs out from under me.
Because you look aggressive and nasty.
Because I look aggressive and nasty. I'm going, for God's sake, I can't smile and operate my hands and feet. And he didn't think that was... Anyway, fast forward to this Thai restaurant. I am smiling like there's something wrong with me. I started early too. I've started smiling, walking down the street. I'm that guy that people step away from wondering, what's he thinking?
Someone's going to call the police.
Yeah. So I've got this rictus grin fixed on my face as I come in. And people are on date nights thinking, what is that? What's up with it? It's grinning like a loon. That's me. And
Making
the
eye
girls are so
contact.
nice. The girls are so nice. They're happy to see me because I'm smiling and I'm smiling. But honestly, the longer the exchange goes, the more I'm sweating. I can't keep that smile up. I want the food.
And see, ironically, you're doing that to ingratiate yourself.
Yes.
But ironically, you're going to make them all uncomfortable. And at some point, they're going to call out to the kitchen, Tong Po. And Tong Po's going to come out and
just a
kick you in
giant
half.
guy.
Bang!
Yeah, that's right.
You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember in Terminator 2, all right, back in the day, Linda Hamilton, Arnold?
I'll be interested to see how Terminator 2 and my Thai restaurant come together.
Here we go. Wait for this.
Right.
Wait for this. The listeners are all on the edge of their seats
Yeah,
going, he'll do it. They know I'll do it. They're comfortable with me. There's a scene in that where John Connor is trying to teach Arnold to be human because he's the Terminator. Right? And he teaches him how to say things. And then there's a bit where he he says, "You got to relax. You got to smile a bit." And Al just turns and his face just goes, and then the sides of his lips just sort of turn up and the teeth show, and it's horrifying. It's horrifying and uncomfortable and inhuman. And that's what I imagine you doing.
Yeah. Well, my beloved said, "Are you smiling when you go to get our food?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Show me," and I didn't. She went, "Ah!"
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't." She says, "That's not. What is that? You look like." She said, when Jerry G, those ventriloquist dolls, when they smile and just the upper lip goes up, she reckons that's what it looks like. And I'm going, well,
I can't help you because I feel you. I'm in the same boat. I feel your pain. Like I remember this was a few episodes back. I've still got the photo. We went to the Gold Coast Film Festival, right, with my film. We haven't spoken about for a while, but there's a photo of me and I'm standing there with actress, right? Now, actors, that's all they do is smile for a living. That's they trained. That's what they do. Yeah. And she's just bang. And I'm just standing there like, it's like, who's this strange person you've taken out in public? Like people pushing me out. I'm like, So now I don't stand next to people that can smile. So I don't want it because they make me feel bad. Someone's are you in the photo? No, I'll be over here. So I find
setting the lighting.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what to do. I just avoid eye contact and go in, get the food, and walk out with your head down. And
well, see, I know I'm chatting. I'm getting to know everyone.
Oh yeah.
And I crossed a line, and there was a suck in of breath, and then they went, "Yep, all right," because they said, "How was your day?" And I said, "Oh, it was a bit hard. I was at a funeral today." So I gave a real answer to the question, "How's your day?" And that moved me up the stakes. Suddenly, I'm like a person. I took the plunge.
I want to see this place because there's a place I can't remember.
It's good. When you come next in Melbourne, I won't treat you, but I'll buy you some bean curd and
of course not.
yak fat or whatever it is.
There's a place I think it's called the Blue Elephant or something in Hammersmith, in London. Because I remember, because you go there and there's like, when you go in, it's so big. There's like palm trees inside, and there's a bridge, and there's running water, and all this stuff. And, I went there with my brother for no reason, and we just got absolutely hammered on Tsingtaos. Just absolutely. It was just, I can't remember the food. Food must have been good, but we can't. We just stumbled out of that and fell. So I do like a good Thai place, but I can't help you with a smile.
This isn't that kind of place, and no, we're not doing that there. I've got to come back and pick it up, and I'll get trouble.
All right, but the smiling. I can't honestly, because it's happened to me recently. I can't.
I've got to pep talk myself. I'm walking up and down in the car park going, just smile, look natural, just smile. Come on.
Well, I haven't got
people do this, and then other people see me doing that, and seriously, someone's going to call.
What happened? Here we go. What happened in the last 10, 20 years? What happened to teeth? Because teeth used to be pretty good. Everyone had good teeth, and now everyone you see, it's like they're in an American dentist, like a toothpaste ad. It's like they open their mouth and it's like, blah, and the light just shines out. Like Warnie. Remember Warnie had the veneers and everything? Yeah. It's like white light shines out of their teeth.
What? You really got to let that go. You're in the UK for like a decade.
Yeah, I know. But I fit in over there, you see?
Of course. It's the land of terrible teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was one of them. They just don't. I told you I spoke to young Mr. Twining about this. No. Young Mr. Twining. He's him of the tea.
Of the tea, yeah.
I asked him when we were chatting. I said, "Did you ever rebel when you were like 14 or something? Did you walk down and bump the butler out of the way and say, 'No, father, no, I want coffee'?"
How'd that go?
Yeah, not as good as you think. I thought it was better gear than that. But
I was going to say, I don't imagine he'd give it much. But anyway.
He gave it a bit, but he wasn't sure what was happening. Anyway, he was complaining because his teeth are bad, and I said, "Well, mate, you're rich as Croesus. Just go get your teeth fixed." "Oh, no, we don't like to." And I'm like, what the hell?
No,
you could eat an apple through a picket fence with those things.
You could, yeah. Well, apparently, Peaky Blinders, the show, I think it's Peaky Blinders. If I'm wrong, get on the socials and tell me I'm wrong. I think Warnie was a big fan, right? And got in touch with them and went, "Oh, I'm a big fan. I'll let me on." And they said, "You can't because it's set way back when, and it's in the UK, and you've got these bright, awesome veneer teeth. You'd look ridiculous." And I went, "Oh, that's a good point."
Oh. Well, that was a nice way to say it. I mean, they could have just said, "Mate, you can't act."
You can't act. Piss off. Not interested. But that was the subtext again. You see. All right. It's not just my teeth that's upsetting me. Right. It's my whole
flatulence.
Look. Oh, no, it doesn't upset me as much. It upsets other people. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Stops many a conversation. But Look, and this is something else that I share with you. Like, I am a night owl. I am a creature of the night. I don't even start to switch
Carpe
on.
nocturne, as we like to say, seize the night.
I do not start to switch on until like 11 o'clock. I start to, and then we're away. Right? By the time you finish a gig, you're like, okay, now I'm firing on all cylinders. And recently, I've started doing more gigs because listeners to the podcast will notice I haven't been crapping on about movies, right?
No,
so I've been doing more gigs. Yeah,
it's been
much
good.
better.
Numbers of people getting on board the podcast are just skyrocketing.
Yeah,
and I
through the
wanted to.
roof.
I didn't know I had it. Thank God you've noticed that since you've stopped crapping on endlessly about the never-ending story that is your film degree.
Yep.
People are back on board. People are telling each other, no, it's already, it's over now.
Stop. It's gone. All right, good. Well, I'm never putting it online for you, or you can all go to hell.
Come on.
Anyway, so I'm up late more because I'm going to gigs more.
Yeah,
I'm going to Brisbane or Byron Bay, and even later. Right, so now it's like
you're really putting some effort into your career,
and you know me. If I want to get totally fired up, I'll be like bang Red Bull or something before it gets. Now it's like I'm buzzing, and that's okay. I'm happy with that. Except here's my problem. I don't think you share this problem. Is that in this house, the Neville and the dog. Oh no, they're very early risers. They're very
What time would you say is very early in your
Look,
house?
if it's got a 6 in front of it,
Oh.
I'm very uncomfortable. But it has been known to have a 5 in front of it.
Oh, come on!
Right? And at that point, I don't have the ability to speak. I can't.
Even. No.
And there's
Are
all
you
this.
supposed to get up when they get up?
Well, and then there's like, the dog's got to be fed. I'm like, the dog doesn't care. Because when it's just me and the dog wakes up at 5, I just smack her about the head. And, she bites me and we fight, we wrestle, and then we go back to sleep. But it's fine.
Again. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But when the Neville's home, she's like, oh no, and gets up and feeds the dog and does everything. And even when they're not trying to wake you up, they just decide to do everything. Like, I'm going to vacuum around you while you're doing it. Yeah. So I end up having to get up. And what I realised is I'm now staying up until 3 o'clock, right?
Sure.
And getting up at like, 5:30,
6.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
You do that enough, and I'm now living in this zombie wasteland.
Yeah.
I'm now, like, I can't, the only time I get to sleep is during the podcast. That's the only, and otherwise my brain is just, so I'm starting my eyes into the bags under my eyes. I can't see properly. I wobble when I walk, I crave sugar just to keep me awake. I'm eating chocolate and drinking Coke all the time. So what's the answer? Help me.
Well, the last couple of things are just flimsy excuses for you to eat chocolate. So that's nothing. But have you tried an eye shade? What about an eye shade?
Oh, no. I do that because someone asked me this the other day. I do have an eye, the mask.
Yeah, eye mask thing.
Yeah,
sure.
It makes me feel like a superhero when I put it on. But I had that from way back when. Because when, because I've done lots of shift work.
Yes.
Not just the radio. You've done the radio, but before that, I did the casino, which
That's
was
right. You were a casino crew.
8 till 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
right? So
that was your time.
It is my time. 8 till 4 is when I live.
Like some weird kind of succubus, just draining the joy out of them as they came in and just left grey and penniless.
Well, that's what you need at a casino. It starts out nice and happy, and then you just take all their money. You've got to have a dealer that they hate so much they want to beat, so they keep putting the money in. That's why it was perfect. Like, I hate this guy.
No, they came to hate you.
Yeah, I did really well. But so yeah, I know I've got the eye mask. I've tried everything, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter how much you put the eye mask on and you put the the fan on and you get comfortable. But you only got 2 hours to sleep in, and then they wake up.
I think you got to tough it out.
You reckon?
Don't get up.
Oh,
don't get up. Put noise cancelling headphones on if you must, and just force yourself to go back to sleep. Yeah. You got to want it more. Like you're never gonna do the Jackman with this kind of attitude.
I know that's what's curtailing the Jackman. I've realised.
Well, it's not just the lack of sleep. I'm talking about the mental.
Okay.
Toughness.
No,
mental.
I can't. Otherwise, physically, I'm perfection. I'm on spot. I'm on bang on. So it must be this.
Anyway, it's the physical toughness, sure, but the mental toughness. That's where I want to see it. That's what I'm not hearing. I'm saying, she gets up, I'm getting up to. You fight through that.
Yeah.
You fight through that noise.
Yeah.
You run back to that, I don't know, whatever, Swedish volleyball team from all female who say, we just need one tall guy to help us. Oh, there he is now. And you're running slow motion through the sand and then laughing.
God,
Anyway.
Anyway.
So I'm just saying, You fight through that shit. You get in there.
So what
you
you're
go back
saying
to
is-
sleep, no matter what's happening.
You don't take this lying down.
No,
You be aggressive
you
about it.
got lying down. I mean,
You want me
do
to
take
be
it lying down.
Yeah, aggressively lazy is what you're saying.
Yes,
All right.
you're gonna want it.
All right. Yeah.
You're gonna want it.
You can, I can just see this. Get in there. You're gonna.
I'm
yeah,
feeling
eat
like
like
I'm
me.
about to do a Rocky speech.
Yeah, like Mickey.
People get up and they go on and they go to work and they achieve things, and that's how winning is done. But that ain't you.
So, that's right. It's not you.
You're
Mark.
better
You're
than
that. All right, I can do it.
All right, now get out there and win one for the Gipper. Report back.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right. Well,
You
stay
know,
tuned.
I wonder what people make of all this. Two people, Birdie Girl. Oh, well, Birdie Girl's on bad books for me right now.
What's she done?
Well, she, out of the blue, a little while ago, she just said, "Oh, look at this. Is your beloved onto this?" And it's she sent me the link, and it's a conversation with Darcy Moore.
Oh,
Darcy Moore, the 6 foot, I don't know, 6, 8.
6'6". Yeah, he's about 6'5", 6'6". I think.
Darcy Moore, my beloved, has known. I'm walking past. He plays for Collingwood. He's the captain.
he does.
Look, he's everything. He's smart. He's thoughtful.
Well spoken.
Well spoken.
Yes.
I walk past. She yells, "Have you seen Darcy Moore in speedos?"
Oh,
And I've gone, "No, babe. I don't think. I missed that one." Woof is all I get as I'm walking. Anyway, so
did her voice change like Hugh Jackman? Oh, he's good.
no, it's reverence almost.
Yeah.
And anyway, so Birdie Girl has sent me. Oh, look, here we are. This is drinks, and it's coming up. And you could make it Valentine's Day. And I'm like, oh, look, get behind me, Satan. I'm hiding this. And then I had a look at it and went, oh, what bad luck. It's all sold out.
Oh, wait. Darcy Moore in Speedos for Valentine's Day.
No, not Darcy Moore in Speedos. Darcy Moore in conversation.
Oh, well, you could, though. I mean,
What?
probably. Like, he should. There's an opportunity for him. There's a marketing thing,
Yeah, I think
Darcy
he'd
Moore in
frown on it.
Speedos.
I don't know
I
him
suppose.
personally, but I feel like...
Well, he'd still be well spoken, but he's got a lot to say. He's a very intelligent young man.
yeah, anyway. So
Okay.
thanks for that.
Birdie Girl.
Meanwhile,
Okay,
Kate and Miss Jenny, psychologist, just randomly going back through old episodes.
good. Oh,
And I get hit up for that. There's a lot of Nat talk.
no.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I've got something to say about this, but finish what you were going to say.
Well, not much other than Kate was impressive. She quoted "We're a weird mob." She just said it at the end, and I felt like going, "Wow, that's quite a throwback reference." I thought I'd better leave it there.
Do you remember? I'm sure you do. Do you remember one Kim Hope comedian?
Yeah, of course.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
So Kim just contacted me out of the blue because she's going to Edinburgh and I'm going to Edinburgh,
good.
and
Yeah,
turns
yeah.
out I could help her, and she's like,
okay.
"Oh, it's great." And she said, "How's it going?" "Oh, yeah, I was the podcast," and she said, "Oh, the podcast. Oh, with Richard. I've got to listen to that." And I, "Oh, yeah." And she's like, "Oh, okay. So where should I start? What episode?" And I went, "Well, next one." That's
Yeah,
like,
this is
187.
187. Here we are. Get on board.
She went, "No, which one? What's the one?" I said, "Oh,
What's the good
don't
one?"
go back. Yeah, don't go back to the start and follow the narrative because there is none." He said, "Oh, I know there will be. You just don't realise. You can't see the narrative. There's a narrative there. Trust me. I'm going to go back. I'm going to dig in. And I'm going to start from." I went, "No, please don't." And she said, "No, I'm going to listen to them all. You wait. Next time I talk to you, I'll be caught up with everything." And I was like, "Oh." So what I'm saying is, I think we've lost another friend there.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Put a line
'Cause,
through her.
she'll discover the narrative, and she'll discover that it's something that she finds unpleasant.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well,
So-
that's okay because I'm not going to Edinburgh with her. So
No.
you are. That'll be a bad time for you.
Oh, look, I fully expect to just be slapped in the face. Just go, "I listened from episode 1. Smack!"
Here's a weird thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
I realised my feet were hurting constantly, and I thought,
Yeah.
that's probably because the sketches, speaking of recurring themes,
Yeah.
I've had for over a year now, and they're a bit flattened from constant use. Almost constant, obviously, during some of the winter months. I had my faux tradies. Those of you who listen regularly know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Geez, I'm all set up for this winter, though, with my lumberjack jacket. and my
Yeah,
faux
we can't wait.
tradies.
We can't get here quick enough.
I'm going to do a show poster of me round a lit up 44-gallon drum, possibly holding a long neck, and people will go, "That looks right." Anyway, I digress. So I thought to myself, "Oh, dang it. My birthday and Christmas have come and gone. And people say, what do you want for Christmas? And I should have said, oh, a pair of shoes would be good. And now I've missed that boat. And now I'm going to have sore feet for a year until it comes around again. And I went, well, that's disappointing. And I felt like that for some time.
You only get one opportunity.
That's right. And I felt like that for some time. And then out of nowhere, I was just sitting, playing, I think, with toothpicks. And I thought I could just buy some.
Oh, yourself?
Yeah.
You could just actually do it yourself. And
I mean, I've got a credit card, and I can, I can just.
You're a fully functioning adult, yeah. Well, within reason,
I mean, superficially.
Yeah.
But I just never buy myself stuff like that. Like I never
Well, you don't trust yourself.
Thongs were the last big item. Gee, I'm wearing those today.
Oh yeah, that happened live on the podcast.
Yeah,
we all remember that.
Exciting.
It was giddy.
Speaking of good episodes to tune into.
Yeah.
Check out me and my thong.
Well, maybe hang on. Well, maybe wait. Maybe we should do that next week. We're going to buy some sketches.
No, I've done it.
You've done it.
I went out. Unfortunately, my beloved said, "Oh, maybe you should go and check out, other types of shoes. You should go to and get a sports shoe that's good to wear and more comfortable." And I went, oh, "What do you know?" I mean, I didn't say that out
loud.
Well,
did you for a moment think maybe you should get a pair of shoes that were in a film because I could help you there?
No.
All right, go on.
So I went straight into this Skechers place to a girl who looked like she was silently praying for death. Yeah. And I said...
Did she look like that before you got there or as you walked in?
As I walked in and I glanced around at the clientele in the Skechers store, and I'd like to say they're all on their way to something glorious, but anyway, I'm there, and I pointed at my feet and said, I just want these ones, thanks. Oh. Because I was going to go in, go out. Bang, done.
So you didn't put a lot of imagination into it. You didn't, like you said, maybe I can do it myself. There was no thought or you just...
Oh, geez, I'm on a tightrope here.
All right, go on.
You can't expect me to hop on a tightrope. Oh, what's wrong with you?
I thought you were going to try different things.
I am trying a different thing. I'm in there doing it myself.
Oh, yeah, good. All right, go on. How'd that plan? How'd that work out? Do they not have the right ones?
No, we don't make those anymore.
No, of course not.
I'm a 10.5. We don't do half sizes anymore.
No.
Oh, well, I said that they might be a bit narrow now I think of it. That could be part of the pain. Have you got any wider ones? No. All right, well, what about just one that's an 11? All right. So I got that, and they're all right. And I went, all right, thank you. And I tossed my old ones in the bin and strolled walking briskly in the new ones going, yeah, they're all right. And then I saw the store my beloved had said, you should go there. Yeah. So I went there, and there was a young girl who wasn't praying for death, possibly because the customers weren't 80 and doddering around. Yeah. And she said, oh, yeah, no, there's a couple of manufacturers for your wider foot man. And here you go. And I put it on, and it was like, oh, my giddy aunt. What's happening right now? Why am I feeling so light and airy? This is everything. And she went, I said, are these on sale? And she went, no, they're not.
They're special.
So I bought those, and I've been wearing them. It's so good, and I haven't put the Skechers on, and I shouldn't have bought them. But I couldn't take them back because I was wearing them.
Well, there you go. Hang on, there goes Skechers as a sponsor. Jeez, all right. Well, you eventually, so you
I've got two pairs of shoes.
Okay, good.
That's what's happened. I've got two pairs of shoes. I don't buy anything for myself. Anything. I like just.
Well, you got two in one day. That's pretty.
I had forgotten that I could just go out and buy stuff.
But the new ones sound like orthopedic, they sound.
They are broad.
A support garment. They
I said, do they come in anything but black? Because it's a large thing on the end of my foot.
Do they have because I'm imagining Forrest Gump. Do they have the metal?
No.
Down the side and the.
It's just it's a wide foot. That's very common.
All right.
A lot of people have wide feet.
Yeah, big foot resting bitch face bloke. Here he comes. That's what
I tell you what,
you described yourself as.
Yeah. No, I'm not wrong. I'm just laughing because it's too eerily accurate. And you can throw this one in too. Shorts, because it's hot. Got the black shoes and the no socks. So it's just black shoes. And in between, just what can only be described as alabaster hair. Yeah. Hair and alabaster as the legs in between. Just roll on cooler weather is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't do it I live on the Gold Coast. I've got to get out in the sun and I got to compete with all the young folk. No,
you don't. There's no chance of that.
I do. I get the whole Me and Hugh Jackman, I'm that far from Hugh Jackman. I've got to get
really
out there just jacked and rippling. So, you know, I'm not
you
ready
got
for
no idea
sketches.
of my revelation when I realised, wait, I could just buy things.
You can. And
It's like I said to my beloved, early days. She got in the car and she's very much a car person. Used to go rally car driving, you know, and I'm not.
Of course you
and
do.
on any level.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was a Formula One driver at this point. I'd go, oh,
Yeah, easy. And she said, oh, gee, it's a bit hot in here. Can you make it cooler? And I go, no, it's I've got it down to 21. That's it. And she goes, she looked at me, and then she looked at it, and then she looked at me again, and I could see her trying to work out, you know, what's going on here? And then she just quietly reached up and just went ding, 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 and lowered the temperature to about 18.
Yeah.
And I went, whoa, hey.
Yeah.
Geez, I've had it on 21 so long, I've forgotten that it goes lower. And she went, oh, I'm not sure this is the bloke for me.
No, she has a look that's sort of, how stupid is he? There's just
Yeah.
that, yeah.
No, it catches her by surprise. Like
Yeah.
this February will be 20 years together. And we knew each other before that at work and stuff.
Yeah, don't tell her that. Don't
and
make a big deal
it
of that.
still catches her by surprise.
Keep that, yeah.
Oh, he's
No,
really...
keep that to yourself. Don't remind her of that. Don't make a big deal of that, the 20 years.
Which one?
Don't say
Really?
20
What are you
years.
saying?
No, she won't. When she sits back, you don't want her to reflect on it. You don't want her to think about it. You just want her to accept. Just accept what you've got.
Are
Don't
you saying
reflect.
that if I say 20 years and she drifts off staring into the middle distance playing a montage,
That's right. Of
that
her mind.
montage won't show me in a good light? Is that what
No.
you're saying to me?
No, she'd be like, "Oh, surely I thought it'd be out by now." Like, this was not the plan. Oh, okay, all right, good. Okay, now, I'm depressed now. You've upset me.
Okay.
I just like to briefly, because I know at this point in the podcast, this is where the listeners lean forward in their chair. This is where
What?
they go, "Oh, is
Oh,
it coming?
geez,
Is it
not
back?
this.
Is it back?" Because it's back for 2024. Because everyone went crazy. I mean, one of my favourite comments I had, Wombat Crumble, said, "Listener of the Week has to be back, has to be there. It's great, loves it, because he feels seen. He feels seen when Listener of the Week." And I thought, you know what it is? Listener of the Week, it's a cry for help. It's not an award. It's an emotional cry for help. It's like the winner of Listener of the Week is someone that feels so, you know, they're reaching out to the world going, "Help me." And then we help them, Richard. We go, "Look," we lift them up.
I
And
think
go,
you might be overstating this.
"Not all bad. Your life has meant something because look here, Listener of the Week." So anyway, I went and did a bit of research, and I went through my Instagram, and I found a message
Right.
from
Well, that's good
Tom-
because you are, hang on a sec, you are the social media guru here.
oh
You're working the gram. You're on it. You're working. You're putting up reels. You're
I
keeping
put up
it
a reel from a
reels.
gig the other night, and people were commenting on the reel. They go, "Look at you put music on it. Well done." That's very
Yeah,
impressive.
that's right.
Everyone
You-
gets excited.
Yeah, you're keeping it real, putting reels up. You're working. You're a social media
I
machine.
can't.
There's
That's
nothing
great
you
because
don't know.
the good thing is you have no idea. Listeners, you know the reels and stories I put up. Richard has no idea because he doesn't check. So it's like if you go to Twitter, they'll get you. If they go to Instagram, they get me. If they go to no point going to Instagram because you're not there.
I
You
will
get a
be,
picture
though.
of a
I'm going
squirrel.
to start
Yeah.
that any
Yeah.
minute.
So here's a comment from Tonka Trucker AU. All right, which I think that's a clever name.
Good name.
It just says the comment is insert pithy comment worthy of listener of the week. All right, after following instructions about stalking on social media. Now that right there, that's a perfect little comment. It's trying to be clever. So I'm gonna give that listener of the week this week, right? But I do want to point out he did send that on the 23rd of September 2023.
What?
And it's taken me this long to actually find it and realise it was there. So
What are you saying? Are you giving listener of the week in 2024 to some
someone from
joker who
September, October, November,
who
December.
sent you a message in September of last year?
Yeah, nearly 6 months ago he sent
This
it.
is a travesty.
And I took a while to get to it, but I did.
This is ridiculous.
So there you go. Well done, listener of the 6 months ago. Well done, Tonka. I hope
did you
you're still on
slide
board.
into his DMs to tell him the exciting news?
I will now, but I'm not sure he's still listening. I
Yeah,
think
the
he's
account
moved
may
on.
not be active. It's
No,
been a
it's
while.
just yeah. So
Oh,
there you
well,
go. Well done.
that's humiliating. Humiliating for everyone.
Mm.
But that's it. Off your trot. That's the lot. And no, it doesn't get better. If this is your first time, no, this was it. And no, this isn't time you're ever going to get back.